What is up? We will be getting started rather momentarily. How's it going? How's it going? All right, we're gonna get some people in the chat. Say hello. I'll try to pronounce your name. About 80% of you, I'll botch it. I'll screw it up. I'll be the first. Oh, I guess I'm the second. What's up, B flat? Yeah, there's no way. Shadmanov. Maybe that's it. What's up? Shahan, Samad, what's up? Salvatore, Jay Zala, Hiru, Hura, Nor, Partha, what's up? Christian, the basic engineer. I'll just call you EV, dude. Full Moon, what's up? All right, that's enough of that. How's it going, everybody? I'm going to let some more people filter in here, and then I'll discuss what we're doing today. You can also read the description. I know that's your name. I can't pronounce it. There's no way. These videos, YouTube automatically uploads them after like a couple hours after the live stream has ended. So yeah, you can always check it out after while it's not live. So I wouldn't call this a tutorial. This is just kind of a, off the cuff thing. So I wouldn't call it a tutorial, but you'll get to see how I design or approach this. I love you. All right, so let's get started here. Wow, 137 people already watching. What is going on with today? All right, so basically, I have a website that I designed very quickly, like back 5 or 6 years ago, and it's at GarySimon.com, and I'm going to revamp it completely. Kind of boring. I mean, it's not horrible, but I could definitely way improve this. So it has my skills here, all this crap nobody cares about. It has clients, back when I used to be a freelance designer, has a portfolio section, kind of just real old, outdated designs and stuff, and then a contact or hire button or whatever. But so I want to redo this and just get it up to date, and also emphasize some other things in terms of just content essentially, and like what I'm trying to put out there, because there's a lot of people these days, now that I'm a bigger YouTuber, who are looking for me, maybe possibly for like sponsorship opportunities and stuff like that. So I'm going to just emphasize some of that and really just completely revamp this into something that looks better. All right, so yeah, stop that. Stop that. What do you call that? Spam, bro. I know you love me. Everybody loves me. Yeah, right. Ask my wife that. But what we'll be doing is just, I'm gonna just, I don't have this design already. All I have in my mind is maybe a color scheme. So that's what we're gonna do. Also, if you read the YouTube description, it does mention that if you want me to do a review of your design like I usually do, I will do so, but only if you pay me in the form of a super chat. So you go to the chat section. Hopefully you see the super chat money icon. You click on it, give me some amount of money, and then first join up on the Discord server. And then you'll be thrust into, if you're a first-time Discord user in my channel, you'll be thrust into the roles section. You have to react to one of these, like if you're a front-end developer, back-end developer, full-stack developer, whatever. This is to try to prevent bots and stuff. So you have to react to one of these options, and then you can go to the feedback section, and then you can just mention as a message a URL to a design that you did. It could be like a Figma prototype, or it could be a logo design, it could be a UI design. It's not going to be, I don't code review or anything. It has to be something design related, and I'll check it out and I'll do it. But yes, you have to send a super chat. All right. So what is going on with this chat? I'm 12-year-old web developer, and people are just spamming all over the place. Well, that's great. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get started here. So if somebody sends, I'm going to check out the chat. If people have questions and stuff, I'll try to look at it. But no, XD is actually free, I believe. Yeah, so But I think there's like an upgraded features option. I have to research. I forget exactly what it was. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start designing here about, you know, kind of what I want this survey. I think it looks like. It may change a lot. Worst case scenario, it's really gonna suck and I'll just scrap it and maybe I'll just do reviews, but we'll see. I mean, because not every time I design like it's like successful as I want it to be. So I'm just gonna get, I'm trying to think, do I want like a distinct 2-column layout for this, or do I want kind of something that's just kind of open-aired, if you will, in terms of color? So let me, I've been thinking about a color here. Oh, God. Maybe not that. Kind of like this around here. But maybe having, maybe, I don't know, having, this is probably going to be way too bright in your face. But let me just put my name here for a second. We'll go up here. I'm going to use Nunito. I've been liking that lately. We're going to make bold. All right, and we're going to increase this just a bit. I'm probably going to have some type of photo background, like a watermark, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we'll get that in there, make it more distinct or whatever. I'm not too like bent out of shape or in terms of trying to get like an actual logo for my name, if you will. So I'm gonna put in, let's see, what did I have for the main ad copy previously? Designer, instructor, boring. Don't do that, by the way. Like I said before, people are more interested in how you're gonna help them as opposed to, let me rephrase that. People are more interested in benefits rather than features. So a feature of me would be a designer and instructor, right? That's not a benefit. Like, how am I going to benefit people? I help, let's see here. First of all, let's delete that. I see we just did get a super chat, but let me get this part finished here real quick. There. All right. I help millions of people learn stuff. Okay. So edgy, you know. Let's see here. Okay, dude, you know more. You're out, dude. Remove. Wait, not remove. What is it? Put user in timeout. There. Jesus Christ. All right, do that again, and then I'm just going to ban you from the channel. Thank you. All right. All right, I put them in timeout. It's cool. I go live like every other Friday. So let me find this guy here. Hi, can I get a portfolio review? Love your content. You need to mention your Discord username, Aniket. So go ahead and mention your Discord username or link your portfolio, although I don't think you can add links here in the YouTube chat. So go ahead and link. Yeah, so go ahead and link as soon as possible. I'm going to look for your name in here because the instructions say mention your Discord username. So go ahead and do that. Okay. All right. So let's see here. So what we're going to do is I help millions of people learn stuff. Okay, so again, this is assuming this is kind of like an open-aired 1-column sort of situation happening here. But I may end up doing 2 columns, in which case it would kind of be like this. It's I don't know. Let me just take this up. Oh, millions of people learn stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's, I don't know if I like that ad copy. Could probably change. There, I like that orientation a little bit better. Make this nice big. All right. All right. I have a pretty good idea about the content, but maybe not exactly the exact copy or the verbiage of what I'm going to use. So I do know secondary to this, you know, that this is kind of a feature. or a benefit. A feature would be, what is it that I teach people? That would probably be the secondary element people would be wondering. Like, who is Gary Simon? Okay, he helps million people. He helps millions of people learn stuff, but what type of stuff? All right. So I'm going to put UI, UX, and front end development. I mean, that's basically the two niches that I have. We'll put that right here. So good. Again, we're going back to design fundamentals. We're going to make sure there's good separation with visual hierarchy. So that means that these two pieces of content, they can't be like real big like this because they're at the same size, and it just makes it hard to read or scan. So having a nice separation this way between just using scale alone works quite well. We could use scale as well as color. So for instance, you get that background color. Maybe we'll make this darker, or we could make it like this. Not as much contrast as all out white, so that separates it even further. So that helps. All right, somebody just sent me. All right, so I'm gonna do. All right, so Aniket was the first one who sent me a super chat. So let me go do that real quick. We'll check out the Discord server if I can find the damn thing. There we go. Okay, I see that's one of the other super chats, and here's the other one. Okay, so we've got two super chats. We'll get through these here real quick. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, okay. Kind of the same approach that I'm using right now with your sub headline right here, kind of like in a half 50% column, and then this part. Let's scroll down, see what's happening. I've got a big old about me section. All right, work. This is all pretty good here. It's very monochromatic, which is fine. One thing I don't like is the letter spacing between these. Like, this is normal letter spacing up here. You have a certain amount of letter spacing between the elements, but then this is real exaggerated with a lot more. So I think it would just make more sense not to do that, and then where's the letter spacing? Take that down. There you go. So now it just looks more overall consistent, in my opinion. So I'm trying to think of what else. So we have an about me and contact me. Maybe a little bit more space between these two elements. I actually kind of like this font. What font is it? I might use that font myself. Oh, I need to install that what font. Chrome extension, what font, I think it's called. Let me install that real fast. Add to Chrome, add extension. Okay, so now I can do this. What font? What the hell? I forget how to use what font. What is happening? How do you use the damn thing? Maybe I'm supposed to refresh or something? There, I was supposed to refresh. Poppins. Let's go to fonts.google.com. Poppins. There we go. Let's get that downloaded and installed. There we go. First I'll put it in a folder. 1 second. I'm gonna get back to your review. Font. There we go. Right click, install. Sweet. Okay. There, I just stole your font. Awesome. So basically, yeah, this is pretty good. I think it's a little bit lacking right here, though. I would like to see something here, at least on desktop. Checking it out for obviously, tablet and mobile. It's pretty fine. Although I would say this kind of needs refactor right here. It's real tiny text here on mobile, so you definitely want to increase the scale in that regard. But other than that, it's pretty solid. So we'll do a maybe your submit button. I would make that a different color, make it stand out. Although you are going for the monochromatic look, maybe make it like one of these links right here, just outlined. Yeah, pretty solid otherwise. So what do you guys think this person should get for their portfolio? 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. Go ahead and mention in here for what you guys think. I won't look at your answers. I'm going to give this a rating myself here in about 10 seconds. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. What do you guys think? For this portfolio, I'm going to say, you know, I like the type. It was laid out pretty well. I'm just going to say a solid, I'm going to say 7. So what did other people say? We got 7, 8, 6, 7, 7, 7, so many sevens. I mean, you guys basically agree with me. Somebody said 4. We got tough critics in here. Yeah, pretty solid. Thank you for that. There was one other right here. Oh my God, we got a, oh, okay, yeah. Belnaco. Let's check out that, and then I'll get back to my design here. Wait a second. That's the one I just did, right? Oh, okay, good. All right, so who is up next? Belnaco. Right here. What did he say? He said, greetings from Germany, my first submission. Looking forward for your review. All right, let's translate this. Hire me. So I would change that, that ad copy, just because people, ooh, this is taking a while to load, probably hosted there in Germany or something. Yeah, so people don't want that. Like potential clients don't want to say, they don't want to see hire me as the headline. So I would definitely change that to something else. Like I said, you want to emphasize benefits over features. So definitely do that. I can see there's some type of interesting effect on here, trying to make the water look like it's moving, but I have no clue how big that is, or if that's just because the server connection was slow, or if this is a really massive image. I mean, that obviously took a million times way too long for it to load, but then again, it could be like, you know, these are in a slow server somewhere else around the world. For me, it took forever to load though. So definitely look into that. In terms of this part, like even at this large resolution, this text is way too small. So, you know, the larger viewports, you know, going out from, you know, mobile first design, hopefully you're doing that, make this text larger, and it needs to contrast more. This image right here, this is kind of hard to read. So I would definitely change that. And the way you could do that is by just taking this background image and just squashing it in terms of darkness. Make it darker. That way the foreground elements contrast higher. I'm not sure why. Well, some of these are probably not, what do you call, being translated correctly, because begin sounds a little strange to me. Nonetheless, I would probably, if you're going to stick with this type of navigation, sidebar navigation, it's still hard to read this when you're not hovering over this section. Make this white by default so that these are very easily to read no matter what. Coming down here. All right, Antonia. Let's check out this. I can see you're using that, you probably, yeah, the multiple text shadow properties I can see here. Pretty cool, but you know what? You need to, inside of this, you need to increase the contrast, I mean, not the contrast, but the white space inside of the containers, because these are way up to close to the side. So I would kind of push those in to give those cards more room to breathe for sure. And honestly, when it comes to like a sidebar navigation, it kind of just clutters the design a little bit more, in my opinion. Keeping things up here makes it a little bit, makes the design cleaner in a sense, because you have this navigation here stuck here at the whole time, and it's just, it would simplify these sections a lot more so that people could focus on the sections as opposed to rather seeing this nav bar here the whole time, in my opinion. But other than that, I can see there's some good things happening here. But again, there's some areas that could definitely be improved. Thank you for the super chat. What do you guys think that this person should get for a rating? 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. I'll give you 10 seconds, then we'll get back to my design. I'm going to give this one a probably like a 5.8. Yeah. So we got a 5, 3, 5.5, 6, 1, 2, 4. You guys are bad. 5, 6, 6, 4, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5, 4, 5. Yeah, that's what I say. Like a 5.8, maybe like 5.5. Yeah, for sure. All right. Awesome. Let's get back to my design and what I'm trying to do. So we will go back to XD. All right. I definitely don't want to stick with all freaking purple or whatever this color is here. I don't want to do that. But I will be, so I'm going to change it up. I'm going to try that other font. What was it called? Pop. Does this even, Poppins. There we go. Let's increase that a little bit. There we go. Okay, I think I may actually stick with that. I don't know. It seems a little bit like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I like it that much. Let me change this here to maybe medium. And again, I'm not sure if I want to go darker on that. Or like that. Oh no, we'll see. So I know I have some stats that I kind of want to feature here, like just stats in terms of like number of courses, maybe definitely like how many views I have, and maybe just list them out kind of like in small card format. So I'll think about that. Let's do that. So first of all, I need to get the actual stat information. So if I go to YouTube, let me go. I'll show you guys in a second, but I'm looking on my other monitor right now. So let me just go down here to my analytics, and we're gonna say, what is it, reach? Yeah. So I'm just gonna do all-time reach. All right. So there's views for lifetime. Oh my God, seriously? That person's getting banned. How is he still seriously just doing that? Are you serious? Is this a joke right now? How's this guy doing this? Let me move this off the screen so that he can stop. See, they actually don't have an actual, there's a hide user on this channel option, but even that apparently is not working. I'll report him too. There, I reported him. You gotta be kidding me. This has never happened on the other videos, and I've live streamed probably like 100 times. I didn't get hacked. It's YouTube's issue. All right. So anyhow, 26.5 million views. I think that's something that I would want to show. All right. So yeah, and well, this is the first time I've ever had the need of having a moderator, which kind of sucks, but oh well. I've dealt with trolls before in the past. Maybe I will. In the future, I'll have to get some. All right, so 26.5 million. How do I want to emphasize this information? I'll do. Thank you for the super chat. I will get to your review shortly. So let's see here. We have 26.5. Well, we'll do an uppercase M on that. All right. Actually, I don't want it to be like a draggable text area type thing. There we go. All right, I will get to your guys' review shortly. I just want to get some headway and some progress on this. All right, let's see here. And then we're going to have a, so that's the value, and this is going to be the label. So the label needs to be smaller. So like we'll say we need to definitely should have subscribers as well. All right, we'll leave it like that for now. Let's make this bold. And of course, it's still looking pretty plain, but I'm gonna fix that. We'll say 515K. YouTube subscribers. Yeah, we can think. I'm going to experiment with colors in a bit, just to separate things up because I don't want it so monotone like this. Yeah, for instance, like yellow on these texts, like that would actually contrast well and be a color that would work well with this background. Maybe something like that. I'm not sure yet. I need to think about the content first, for sure. So we have a lot of people watching today. All right, so what else would I want to put in this section? Let's think. The amount of courses I've done so many courses, it's not even funny. Let's go here. So I'm going to go to my author page. So Pluralsight, Gary Simon, find my Pluralsight page. I have 29 courses there. So let me get a running count. 29 courses there. I've done, how many courses at Udemy? Go over here. 17 courses there. Tuts Plus and Vado Network. I think I have like, how many here? These are all pretty old courses. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. So 21 courses there. At my own site. Well, I have 2 at LinkedIn Learning, which was formerly lynda.com. So 2 there. And then what else? I have, at Coursetro.com. I've done 17 there. All right, so let's do a list. How many courses? I'm not sure if courses is something I would even care about, like even letting people know, but I don't know. 29 plus 17 plus, if I was smarter with math, I would be able to do this easier, plus 19, 86. Yeah, I'll just include that, but I may remove that in the future. Damn it. I think my caps locked key is like going out. All right, let me do a couple reviews and we'll get back to this. Let's see here. So Enrico, let's check out, will you review more? I would like to see one of mine. Okay, well, you need to mention what your Discord username is, Enrico. So do that. Let's see here. I'll check this one. .dev, and this is not working. Yeah, your site's not working, unfortunately. So you're going to need to mention in a Discord username, like, or like if this is the wrong URL, yeah, to let me know. So Enrico, okay, so Enrico, okay. Mr. Salami, we'll go there. All right, this is one of the super chats. We got a video-based background. All right, full stack web developer, located in the United Kingdom, specialized in creating PHP web applications. See, I already forget what the first one said. So I'm kind of not a fan of doing this because depending on when a person looks, they may see one thing and not the other. So honestly, I would probably just display those out like in a list format, or kind of do what I'm doing here, where, you know, you kind of have like this little list format of, you know, just pieces of information you want people to understand. Okay, so this is a big no in terms of UX. You have this drop-down menu here, I mean this hamburger menu on large desktop viewport, when you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links. You have more than enough room to have 5 links up here. So you're requiring people to click here in order to access, you know, these links. So it's 2 clicks just to get to one page, as opposed to 1 if it were just up here. So we could just see it right away. So get rid of that. This should only be on mobile, because now this makes sense on mobile, but not probably on tablet and desktop. So I would change that as well. Looking at this further. All right. Okay. This isn't too bad. I'd like to see this pretty bold to really separate this, this heading from the rest of the text. This part's pretty good. I like the cards. Overall, not too bad. But again, I would definitely change. I would change this part and also that mobile navigation. All right, so because I'm pressed for time, I'm not going to deal with ratings. So we'll definitely do that. Let's see here. Here's this other one. Okay. We'll do dot. All right, here's the other. Thank you, by the way, for the super chat. All right, so looking at this, we have a light navigation or light dark mode switch, and this seems to work. Although, why are you changing the colors? Because this would probably work on light as well. I think the text, the type needs a little bit of work. It's too spaced out, and then plus you have an issue with alignment because you have, you know, this is a column that's defined here, but then this is pushed over to the right. It just kind of throws off the flow of this column here that's been defined by everything being left aligned. Probably too much space between these as well. Move those together because they don't need to be so far apart in this context. Home being so much bigger kind of throws off the flow of the layout. Maybe just make it bold, you know, same size of this, and just make it bold. You could do that, or just make it this different color. That way you can differentiate the state of, you know, the active button, or active page rather. Coming down here, that's a lot of scroll hijacking you have going on. Because you can notice when I first used it, I went down too far. Like it was an accident. So I might want to think about that. Again, just funky type occurring here. It looks like this is a little bit extra letter spacing between these elements. And oh, definitely the way these are situated. Again, it's kind of hard to read this, just the way you have the text justification filling all the way. So I would definitely change that. This element right here, so it's like a cool idea that's going behind it, but again, I think it's too much contrast between these elements, or not enough rather, like where it says C sharp and it's going right there on the edge, makes it hard to read. So one way to fix this is just to take this element and really reduce the opacity big time. Maybe just make it a gray, maybe slightly darker than the background right here. All right, overall, those are my main points of my main critiques. Thank you for that. All right, so who was the guy who didn't? All right, Enrico, I'm going to look for your name real quick. Oh, there it is. And I'll do one more. No more super chats, by the way, if I can get through it, if I can get through this, just because I want to focus on my design a little bit more. So please don't send another super chat. All right, here's the last super chat, or one of them rather, that I need to get to. All right, so I like this type. It's just different type, a more serif-y type of font. Good contrast with the background. Maybe not the start though. That's really squashed in there. Maybe bring the contrast up a bit on that. I like this part being emphasized with color and boldness. I'm not sure what this is. But anyhow, let's go. All right. Simple enough. Again, I would use actual labels and not the placeholder values. I see that a lot. There's a whole issues with usability and accessibility when you do that. Otherwise, yeah, pretty simple. Not a bad design. Oh, when you click the I agree, the whole site shouldn't reload, by the way. Just that panel should go by. But yeah, other than that, I do like this. Very simple. Kind of, it basically works. All right, thank you very much for that. All right, let's go back down here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and continue on with this design just so I can try to make more progress. So we could like separate this part out in a container. I'm not done yet with the information, but I could just like bring this out. I'm not really sure if I want to do this type of background anyhow. We'll see though. Let's take this down, get rid of that, come over here. Again, you know, I could do something like this possibly. Again, I'm not sure. At this stage, I just really like to experiment. I might duplicate the artboard, try something else. I'm going to get Photoshop up here. And I'm going to get out one of my videos. Technically, I should have like one of my latest, what do you call? Technically, I should have like a good, an actual professional photograph, like really high resolution of myself, but I don't. So I'm going to rely on a video screenshot just for the time being. So what I want to do is put in, what do I want to do? Well, we're going to go to new videos. Wait, we'll go to, let's see here. Where the hell? There we go. I'm just looking off screen right now to find a video that I can use, like a screenshot of, to get into the background here. Kind of as like a watermark of myself. So let me do that real quick. Today is a really big day. No, I don't like that one. One second, guys. I'll show you guys what I'm doing in a second here. Today, you're going to Bemify. Okay. All right. Your CSS. Today, you're going to Bemify your CSS. Look at the damn wrinkles in my eyes right here. I'm getting old. This sucks. Whatever that means. Time in here. So today we're going to be talking about Bem, or ideally there should be a part where I smile, but I don't smile hardly ever. because otherwise it's boring. I'm trying to find a good one, like a I know what I can do. I can get rid of this freaking weird ass wrinkle there in Photoshop. We'll do that. So stupid. I mean, I'm not going to use this ultimately, but I need to get something in there just to get an idea of what it will look like. So let's go to Photoshop, bring that up 1 second, create new. All right, so this is like what I can do just to get a rough idea of what I want this to look like is I can take this and we're going to go into Photoshop. All right, so just so I can get an idea of the color. I actually, you can do blend modes in Photoshop, or not Photoshop, but XD. So maybe I'll screw around with that first. So let me save this. I'm going to save this. I'm going to call it blah.jpg. And then I'm going to open that up. 1 second. We're going to go to, where are we going to go? We're going to go to new vid. No, we're going to go to shoot. There we go. And I'm going to duplicate. Oh, this isn't a freaking, that's just the background. There we go. I'm going to take this and we're going to put in that. See, I wish there was a way within XD to position the actual background within the container, because I don't think you can, unless you do something like this, which, you know, I can't do that. I don't want to do that because I want to have the whole thing fill out the background. I know I can do this. I can hit Alt. But now my head's cut off. Damn it. Although I guess I could do this instead. If I pull this down and then we situate this on top. Now the damn letters are right in my mouth like I'm eating them. Anyhow, we'll work with that later. But we can take these blend modes and kind of experiment with them. Like here's color burn, here's that looks horrible, lighten. Again, you can use your blend modes in conjunction with your opacity. That's hurting my eyeballs. Screw that. Screen, again. You know, something like this could possibly work. We can go overlay. We could go soft light, hard light. Difference. Yeah, let's just stick with difference. I'm messing with you. I like to check them all out though. Hue. Hell no. Luminosity. Luminosity might be the best one. Just because it takes any of the color out completely. What I could also do is pull this out. That looks stupid. That's such a horrible photo. But again, I just kind of want to get an idea of what the photo looks like in contrast to the content on top of it. You know, just so you guys, you know, just so I have an idea. Let's see what people are saying here. Double click the container image. Oh, I never knew that. Jesus Christ. Thank you for that. I didn't know. So now I can just move this back up and then double click into here and then just, I guess, okay, so I can just go do this. I didn't know that. Awesome. That is so stupid. I hate that face. I want to punch my face. I'm gonna punch my own face. All right. Let's see here. All right. So I wanted to come up. I said, I'm not sure if I want this, but this here. See, there's a lot of options that you could use that aren't necessarily bad. There's so many subjective ways, as long as you're adhering to good design fundamentals, that would work. Again, like I could pull this all the way down. Again, I would have to fix the other stuff. But then again, I think it's a little bit too much. I do kind of like this hard, contrasty sort of container right here that separates them out. So let's just keep working with this one. And we could have kind of maybe separators between these, although it might not be 100% necessary. I want to have definitely one more element here. At least one more, or maybe two more. So I have my YouTube views, yeah, big deal. YouTube subscribers, okay, that's cool. Now these are things that like a YouTube, like not a YouTube, but someone looking into influencer marketing, like potential sponsors would care about, and which I have to also think that, you know, that those aren't the only people that this site will address. The other demographic is going to be students, you know, or people who want to know about my videos and my courses and my, you know, stuff like that. So I need to think about that as well, not just those people. So maybe to have an area right beneath where I feature the latest video that I did or some sort. I don't really want this to be a blog. I don't feel like blogging or anything, so that's not going to work. So let's see here. 6 courses. What other metrics are there in my YouTube channel or on my YouTube stats page to see if this is at all interesting? Average view duration during lifetime is 5 minutes. So I'll put like an hour-long video, and like the average view duration is gonna be like 6 or 7 minutes if I'm lucky. What about audience? Gender, this is no surprise. 90%, 89% are male, 10.8% are female. All this stuff isn't that important though. Like the age, the demographics, that's not very important. You wouldn't want to like feature that at the very top of the site or anything. Yeah, I think that's probably about it there. 86 courses. Just trying to think of what else I could put. For now, I could just put something random. Just a random label that has no meaning. So I could do like 401. I don't know. Actually, I could put this. 750 video tutorials. There we go. I think that's actually pretty accurate. Like in terms of just free YouTube videos. The amount of YouTube videos on my channel is like around 750, I think. Give or take. Let me experiment with adding little dividers between these. I don't think it's necessary. I want to experiment with it anyhow. So we'll take, what about a purple? Or we could go, you can get this color. Oh, that is, okay, well, never mind. We could squash it all the way almost. And then I'll take the repeat grid tool, although I don't think that's gonna work. No, that's not gonna work. What am I thinking? I'll just duplicate it. Something like that, I'm kind of happy with. And I need to think about what will go underneath. Again, we'll just drag this down. I want to at least get another section done before I'm done. Oh, and probably a navigation. That might help. So I think I remember reading recently from one of the UX sites or blogs about a study that people expect a home button. So you should pretty much always have a home button. I'm gonna probably make the text a little bit smaller. What else would I have here? I I don't want to have a bunch of pages. Ideally, I just have a couple pages. So I guess I could have an about section, but I really don't. Yeah, probably. We'll just put it there. All this stuff is subject to change, of course. We'll do, again, I only want to have a few links. That way, I'm not even going to mess with a mobile navigation. I think, I don't know. We'll see. Home about. What else would be relevant? Well, I could always just put fake links there. We just put a contact for now. I'm going to put teaching UI, UX front-end development. Again, may just increase that contrast 100%. We could do something maybe like this. Let's see here. Let's move this over. I can have a line here. Make it white. Duplicate that. Actually, it makes most, what am I doing? I can just use a pen tool for that. Holding shift. There we go. And then I'll create my own triangle. A little bit small, so we can increase this, probably take this and increase the stroke. All right, just something subtle. All right. Probably one more thing can go here, so I'll take these two elements, or three elements rather, and duplicate it. I don't know, maybe I'll do like 58 countries. I don't know, I'm just making that part up. This would all have to be verified, of course. There, I kind of like that so far. Whatever. Now, I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't use this picture ultimately. I'm thinking I would use something different, better, because this is just a stupid face right there. So, again, it's just for me to get a rough idea of what it looks like overall, because I'm not going to sit there wasting everybody's time looking for the perfect photo. So, we can lock that. Now the next part, I would probably like to feature, I don't know. Right here we have a list of items. I wouldn't want to put like another list of some other items. I think maybe having a few things that people said would make sense. And then maybe I can feature some of the brands that I've worked with in terms of their logos. So let's work on that a little bit. So I think what we'll do is I'm just going to get out a piece of type here and... All right, somebody give me a testimonial. How have I helped you? I'll go ahead and use it just in my little mock-up here. It doesn't mean I'll use it, you know, someone's calling me, for sure on the actual site, but I will end up using it. Ultimately, I could just use Lorem Ipsum. Screw it. Here we go. Quick Lorem Ipsum. We will get that letter spacing improved. So I have to think about how I want to design these little quotes. You know, do we keep it ultra simple like this? Do we put this section in its own container, but then it would start looking real containery and blocked out? Do we put them in little cards? I think maybe a card would be a good idea. So I'll go ahead and put maybe one here. Put this down. And what color should the card be itself? We could take the background color and slightly increase the contrast like that. Get this bigger. So let's see here. Sorry, I was reading some of the comments. Let's get this. Now let's go ahead and get somebody's name. So let's increase. I'm just going to do like a line or like a little dash and then their name. Maybe we'll make this like 2 pixels, and then we'll just put John Doe right here. We'll make it bold. All right, we're going to use Mr. Verma's testimonial. There we go. We'll put in Sampan Verma. What do you say? Gary is a lifesaver. I don't have the time or money for a college education. My goal is to become a freelance web developer, and thanks to Gary, I'm really close. How awesome is that? I mean, it might be bull crap, but you know. Now, do we want to change up the color between these two? So we have 2 elements, type-based elements inside this card. We have the actual testimonial. We have the author, or not the author, but the person who gave the testimonial. Do we want to, we separate it through boldness. Do we also want to change the color? So we could approach that in multiple ways. I'll show you a couple ways that I would do it. We could get this current color of the background and increase this. Maybe get a little bit less saturation. We could do it that way. Let me lock this layer. And then another way would be to like, we could do it like, we could change this instead. So this could be one of our colors. Actually, we're only working with purple right now. Again, we could do something like this if we want a secondary color, something that works well. I think that's a little, you know, we could do something like that, and then we could take these. You know, so there's options that you have. I think I personally like this one over here, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Although I don't know if it makes sense to make the name really stick out the most. So maybe I will go back to the other idea. Or make this purple, although that's not enough contrast, so we got to increase that. We could do something like that. So if I repeat grid here, push this out right there. We could have a, what do you call, an actual right and left sort of carousel that goes through these. So let's design something for that. So I just absolutely hate when every time you add a new shape in XD, it adds this ugly gray border. It's like it doesn't remember your previous selection of the fact that you toggled it off. It just always adds it, and it's so annoying to me. So let's do, well, we can just use their rectangle tool, I guess. Get rid of that. Wait, how the hell did that get messed up like that? Let me group these, duplicate it. Do they have an option to rearrange? Okay, they don't have an option to flip your selection. This is because auto resize, responsive resize is on. There we go. If that's not perfect, then whatever. You still get the point. Okay. So that's one such way of handling it. Maybe I'll work on perhaps one more section. I'm not exactly sure. Let's bring this down further. Unlock that. And we'll lock this. Yeah, I better save this. Yeah, the yellow might be too much. I may actually end up changing that. Again, let's see if what happens when we change it back to white. It's a little bit more simplified. So yeah, maybe that's the best option there. Maybe we need another like headline or some sort down here. Maybe I'll just say brands. Right now, everything's pretty. It's pretty simple. All the fundamentals are there. So again, this is really subject to change. Right now, I'm just trying to get the content that I want on there, and then I can further adjust things as I wish. So let's see here. Who have I worked with? I just want to get some logos on here. Skillshare, I've worked with. Oh, they changed their logo. Wow. I wonder if I can grab that from here. This is the URL of it. Oh, okay. Well, I can't access it then. I could just always go to type Skillshare logo. Wonder if they have a new one. Oh, there it is. Yeah, they changed it on January 1st. They released this. Well, I don't need a large vector-based logo. So what I'll do is this. Oh, damn it. Oh, perfect. I'll copy this. I'll go into Photoshop. Paste that. We will get rid of the background. Hide that. I think, let me go back to my XD document. I think we will make these, I don't know what color I want to use. It would be nice if I had an SVG version. I can easily change the color. We're going to go with white and then probably take the saturation down. So I can change the color through the layer style with a color overlay and make that white. There we go. And then right click and just rasterize the layer style. Now if I copy this, I should just be able to paste it right into XD. Or not. I haven't done that very often, obviously. So we can just save this then. I'm going to save it as just a PNG 24 and Skillshare. This will just be one option. Or I'm not going to do all the brands I've worked with. So now I can just drag this in. There we go. Get out of here. I hate that stupid dotted line for the viewport thing. And again, I could tackle this in a lot of ways. Like you see sometimes when sites list out brands that they're associated with or whatever and their logos, they'll watermark them. That's one option. What's another one? Oh, by the way, I'm going to be doing a sponsored video. I don't know when, in a month or two, for Amazon AWS. Very, very excited about that one. That's a big client right there. This is kind of boring right here. I kind of maybe want to do something different to separate this brand section from this stuff right here visually with some way. So again, I could do something unique because this is kind of like, you know, I'm a designer, you know, I can break out of the normal conventions, I guess. You know, with headings, you can do sort of cool things like these supplemental little graphics just to work in color at different areas. Like you can do that. You can do this. You can offset things. So, I mean, I'll just do this for now. But again, just trying to come up with ways that I can frame things here. Let me think of another one I can add. I'm not sure if brands would be a good title either. I'm not sure if I'm not sure. I don't like that that heading, but either way, I didn't want to just put brands. All right, so let me get a couple other ones real quick. Pluralsight, of course, I've worked with. So EPS file. Does it work? Does EPS work with can you import those? Should be able to in XD. No, you can't. How ridiculous is that? Wait, what is this even opening? Oh, Illustrator. Okay. I'm going to open that file. Can I just copy this and then paste it in? Are you kidding me? Ugh. Why can't I do that? Hold on, it's off screen. I'm going to try to like, nope, you just can't. Well, we'll do a save as an AI file, no, SVG file in my recent documents. Save. Hit OK. I'm going to open up. There we go. So again, we'll make it white. See, I don't know if I like squashing the opacity. I really like that this, you know, this is contrasting maximum so that people can actually see very well these companies. So again, maybe I'll just do this. See, I'm not sure how I feel about these this amount of content. We have this row, we have this row, and we have this row, and then this row, all in the same background color. So I'm trying to think if there's a way, like, again, I don't want to be too boxy though, because if I do this, for instance, and I pull it down a bit and maybe change it to something like, not that, but like this, let's see here. I mean, maybe change it to something like that. Where the hell did everything else go? Where are we at? There we go. See, now it becomes a little bit boxy, in my opinion. So I'm not sure if I like that. Let's experiment with the color more. Again, I could take it the opposite direction in this and make it a little bit darker. Again, maybe a little bit too boxy. I'm not sure. We could switch it up and maybe like approach it like with a column. Now this doesn't have enough contrast with the background to where you could actually do something like this instead. I kind of like that. If I pull this up. Yeah, that's kind of different. I like that. I don't know why, I just do. So what I'll do instead of getting another logo is I'll duplicate these. Take them all, kind of separate them out a bit. Yeah, actually, this is a pretty good start. So I think this will be something that I can work with in the future when I build out this site. Maybe I'll use Vue or something like that and create a maybe a tutorial out of it just to show the whole front end development process as well. But yeah, so I think this is a good start for the revamp of my personal site. Yeah. So anyhow, how many? Wow, an hour and 11 minutes. So yeah, just to give everybody an update on the Scrimba course, scrimba.com. Let me show you guys. Hopefully you guys took the free course that I released, scrimba.com. So the UI Design Fundamentals is a free course that I released. You probably know about it if you're a part of my channel, but if case not, go ahead to scrimba.com. It's a really cool way to learn design and coding, primarily coding, but I'm actually doing a UI Design Fundamentals course here. This is a free 1-hour course. It's actually the first chapter of my upcoming full UI design course, which we'll be releasing here. I'm hoping here in like 5 weeks or so. So it's going to be a lengthy course, probably between 8 to 10 hours long, where I cover UI design fundamentals. Right now I'm working on chapter 5. Each chapter is like 40 to like minutes to an hour long. So I already have like over 4 hours created, I think 3.5 or 4. But my goal is to get to 8 to 10. And yeah, tons of projects to learn by example. And you can just, just to get a feel for this platform, Scrimba, just go to the UI Design Fundamentals course. It's free. Create a free account and then watch the course. Yeah, already 122,000 minutes has been watched of that course. Very cool stuff. All right. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for following along. Thank you all to the people who sent super chats. And I will see you guys next week. Goodbye. My throat hurts. All that talking.